What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Things Done Change. I'm Papa, aka to you it's Papa, and today I'm back with another video, and I'm sure you guys see in the title. The topic today is why doesn't private space companies use or invest or come up with alternative propulsion to travel to space? That's been a topic that's been on my mind for a very long time. And I figured, you know what, let me make a video about it. And you know what, I finally decided to make a video. I just recently watched, what's the guy name? Tim on, what's the channel? Tim on, let me see, what's the guy name? Tim on Everyday Astronaut. Shout out to Everyday Astronaut. If you're familiar with that channel and Tim, you know, and in that channel, shout out to Tim, shout out to, that channel, Everyday Astronaut. I just recently watched a video over there, the ones where he had recently, like a month or two ago, or a few months ago, he had Jeff Bezos on there. And, they allowed him to go to Blue Origin's facility. And prior to that, he had a few episodes or 2 episodes with Elon Musk to SpaceX facility. I didn't get a chance to watch those videos, but I seen the one with Jeff Bezos. And surprisingly, to my surprise, Jeff Bezos is really into like rocket science and like all the components that comes up with putting together and manufacturing a rocket when it comes to what is it, Nuclear, the rocket that they're manufacturing, and all the certain components, like, and you can't fake that. You gotta really be like a nerd for this to study like rockets and space and the type of engineering and the type of components that goes into building and manufacturing a rocket. I know I'm kind of getting off from what I was initially about to say, but I was watching Everyday Astronaut, and Tim did a good job with the interview, with just everything with Jeff Bezos. Shout out to Jeff Bezos too and Blue Origin. And when I was watching the videos, the 2 videos, it made me think like, these people have billions of dollars, like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk. These are like the richest men in the world. These guys have access to so much wealth, to so much resources, to so much. And it just made me think, and just when Tim took the tour through Blue Origin's facility, I think it was the one in Texas, if I'm not mistaken. It made me think like, when they did the tour and they showed different parts of the rocket, it made me think like, all of this, all of the components and pieces of the rockets, it's so fascinating. It's so like cool. It's so amazing. And it just made me think, all of that stuff really is old, like rockets and all that stuff really been developed in like the 50s or the 60s. And we're now in 2024. So really, like, this stuff is old. Like, it's still like amazing, and it's complicated and complex. And it's so like, so many things that go into rocket science and just the math also. And it just made me think like, it's still old. Like, you would think we've evolved. You would think that at some point now that someone would have came up with alternative propulsion or alternative means of getting from Earth to space. Just from Earth to space. That's just the bare minimum. That's not including going to a different planet. Let's just go from Earth to space. You would think somebody's already came up within those 60, 70 years of studying rocket science, a different or alternative propulsion. And it made me also think about an interview I watched with Stephen Greer on the PDB podcast when he went on there a few months ago, probably like 5 6 months ago. And Dr. Greer, he mentioned to him that mentioned to PBD. Please forgive me if I mention his name or if I'm slaughtering the name. But if you guys are familiar with the topic I'm talking about, then you guys know who I'm talking about. He had revealed that the U.S. government has an act called, the Invention Secrecy Act, where every year there's so many inventions that get made that could change like the reality we living in. There's so many inventions that could change like the way we live and just the whole way the world is right now, that it gets kind of like, it get kind of like put away, you know. And a lot of these like inventions and applications can like kind of free up society, but the powers that be, they kind of like put like a hold on this stuff. And it just made me think like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, these are some of the richest men in the world. And the guys and the people that they employ, some of these people have to know some of this stuff. And not even the people they employ, like I'm sure somebody has came across, you know, may have said something to them like, hey, let's check out this alternative way of propulsion or this other means of, you know, travel. And it just makes me wonder, like, that is so strange for someone to be so wealthy and have so much access to resources. Why doesn't these private space companies or private aerospace companies come up with alternative or spend time in like R&D, research and development, new ways and new means of travel? Why are we steady stuck on explosive ways to get between here and space? Well, combustion, I mean. Like every year every year we upgrade everything from the television. If you see a TV from now back into the 80s, 90s, these things are huge blocks. Every year we've made improvements and updates to the TV as well as the refrigerator. We have refrigerators now that dispense ice, that dispense water, that can give the temperature. Also have like electronics attached to it, and cars. Every year, cars improve. Every year, the cell phone improves. Apple or Samsung, they're coming out with new and improved, better cell phones every year. But it seems like when it comes to aerospace, when it comes to rocket science and means of alternative propulsion, it just seemed like that's been just stuck. It's been stuck for the last 50, 60, 70 years. And it made me think, like, why is that? And I know I can't be the only person that's thought about that. Not only just when it comes to aerospace, but even like just commercial travel, like on an airplane. Like, why hasn't those improved? There has to be in alternative ways of travel. There has to be improved ways, and I'm pretty sure there is. If they're in there, if the government really have a such document or such thing, which I'm sure they do, as the Secrecy Act, I'm sure there's patents that the patent offices get that have alternative energy. And it may not have to always be necessarily like alien tech or, you know, nothing far out there or 0 point energy, but just something that's like, you know what, that's reachable. You know, something that's like, I don't know, you guys, like something that's, it doesn't have to be way left field. It could just be something simple. Like even like how we have maglev trains. Some parts of in China they use maglev trains where the trains are on that sits on tracks that's magnets to where it's like off the track, like an inch or two. And it just made me think like the world is it's moving so forward. Now we even got to the point to where I know right now it kind of seems like I'm ranting, y'all. Please pardon me. We got to the point now in time where Tesla's coming out with, Elon Musk coming out with robots now. Like, if they're coming out with this type of ingenuity and this type of stuff, there has to be somebody working somewhere in one of these aerospace companies that's came up with something that made a breakthrough with the way space travel, the way we travel to space. There has to be. If you guys, if you're watching this video, if you ever thought about this, please leave a comment, because I do want to hear what you guys think, because I think this all the time. And what sparked my thought again was the video, like I mentioned to you guys, that I seen on Everyday Astronaut. It sparked that thought again. Like it just so amazing to see like a tour through a rocket manufacturing company, you know, such as Blue Origin and SpaceX. Like, to see that, I recommend you guys, if you haven't, go subscribe, go watch Everyday Astronaut. Go watch those episodes with Blue Origin and SpaceX. If you're into this type of stuff, trust me, you're gonna like it. Thank me later. Go over there and go watch that. And also leave in the comments, like, what you guys thought. Why do you think there hasn't been any like release, or the public hasn't been known of different ways to travel to just space? Let's just get to space. Not to say we get to the moon or other planets. Let's just get to space. Why can't we just find out a different way of travel just to get to space? The combustion way, you know, it works. We've gotten there, but there got to be a better way, more, you know, something that's better, more eco-friendly, you know, in the environment, besides like all this exhaust and fumes and liquid oxygen and all this other stuff, whatever it takes that they put in rockets that combust, all this stuff to release into the environment. There has to be alternative ways, even if it is 0-point energy. There has to be a way. I want you guys to leave your thoughts in the comments. I just want to make this video and touch on this, because after watching that video, it just made me think like it's so impressive. And that's just on the private side. That's not even including like the government. They're like the defense contractors and manufacturers that they have, what they're developing in secret. These people have billions of dollars, trillions of dollars at their disposal, to where I'm sure they could just dump money into R&D departments and programs to come up with this stuff. There has to be a different way to travel. Not even to space, but just even a flight from Los Angeles to New York, quicker than 5 hours, quicker than just, you know, an airplane, a typical airplane we see. There has to be, you know, a different way, a better way, a safer way, faster way. And if so, like, why aren't these technologies and alternative propulsions being released to the public? Like, not everything. And if so, like, release it in a way to where it's like restricted, to where it's not like everybody can, you know, abuse it, or a terrorist group or whoever, you know, can come over here and create one in their backyard. You know, just put like restrictions on certain things, but don't hold back society and the public from moving forward as far as our travel. You know, I think we could have been living in the Jetson type era, you know, but I'm not gonna make this video that long. You guys, if you like this video, give me a like. If you're new to the channel, please give me a subscribe. And also would like to hear what you guys have to say. Please leave a comment if you guys ever thought about this, or if you guys are thinking about this, or even if you didn't think about this. Let me know what you think. And I also recommend you guys go over to Everyday Astronaut. Go watch the episode with Tim tour through Blue Origin with Jeff Bezos, and the tour with Elon Musk through SpaceX. I'm not gonna make this video long. I'm gonna end this video right here, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace, everyone. Have a